so happy to have you here with me today. Now, today's reading, we'll be doing the general reading for the month of December 2017. Hard to believe that we are entering the last month of the year. This year certainly seems to have gone by very quickly. Just a couple of announcements before we actually get into the reading. First of all, for today's reading, I will be doing a 10-card Celtic cross spread using the Crystal Visions Tarot deck. I'll pull one additional card from the Soul's Journey Lesson Card deck by James van Praagh. If I need to clarify anything, I will probably use the Sibylla's, or I might use the Shadowscapes Tarot deck. But I will leave all of the information on the decks that I use in the reading in the description box below the video. These are, just to remind everybody, these are general readings for each of the astrological signs, so the messages may or may not resonate with you. The only way that you can really get, a personalized reading that really focuses on you and what's going on specifically in your life is by ordering a private reading. If you're interested in getting a private reading with me, all of the information can be found on my website. That is changingphasestarot.weebly.com. You can also email me at changingphasestarot@gmail.com. And just to let you know, during the month of December, I will put out, in addition to this general reading, I will put out the mid-monthly reading focusing on love and career and finance. And I will put out one additional video for the upcoming years. That will be a special 2018 preview focusing on the energy surrounding us for each of the months of 2018. And that will be for each of the astrological signs. So be looking out for that as well. And hi, Aries. Hope you're doing well and are having a great month. So I'm here to do your December 2017 reading. So this is for the fire sign Aries, December 2017. I have already been shuffling off camera. I've meditated on the cards, and once again, I'll just remind you that these are general readings, so the messages may or may not resonate with you. This is for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Do check out your Moon and Rising signs as well. That way you have a more complete overview of the month. Okay, so we have at the center of your reading the Five of Pentacles, crossed by the Knight of Cups, foundation, the Eight of Swords. In the past position, Ace of Wands. Crowning your reading, the Three of Cups. In the future position, you have the Seven of Wands. You in the reading are Major Arcana, the Fool. Surrounding you in your environment is the Six of Wands. Your hopes and fears, King of Wands. And the outbound energy, the Ten of Cups. Beautiful. And the card at the bottom of the deck for the overall energy for this month, the Page of Cups. Okay, let me set this down, and I will pull one additional card from the Soul's Journey deck and another one from the Soulful Woman Oracle card deck. So, Spirit, what additional message does Aries need to hear for the month of December 2017? One additional message, one extra card. Okay. Card came flying out. We have empathy. I'm open to seeing both sides of a situation. And from the Soulful Woman deck, so one additional message for Aries for the month of December. What does Aries need to hear? One additional message for Aries for the month of December. What does Aries need to hear? More than one card fall out. Spirit, one card, one additional message. I keep having lots of cards fall out. One additional message. Okay, that was just one. It is Feminine Law of Attraction, card number 36, and it says, I love the creative adventure that is my life. I celebrate myself as a female creator. Okay, let me set everything up here, and I will be right back with your message, Aries. All right, Aries, so I've set everything up, and I think I will clarify. There are 3 cards here. Then I will clarify. The 5 of Pentacles at the center of the reading, the 8 of Swords as the foundation, and the Page of Cups. Okay, so starting off with the 5 of Pentacles, Spirit, please clarify the 5 of Pentacles in the reading for Aries. What does the 5 of Pentacles mean in the reading for Aries? Please clarify. What does Aries need to know about the 5 of Pentacles? Divide the deck. Okay. And we have the first card on the 5 of Pentacles is the Queen of Cups, followed by the Tower, Major Arcana, number 16, and the 7 of Pentacles. Okay. Spirit, please clarify the 8 of Swords. What does Aries need to hear? What is the additional message to clarify the 8 of Swords? Divide the deck. Okay. On the 8 of Swords, we have the first card is the 2 of Swords, the 8 of Wands, and the Page of Swords. Okay. And the last card, to clarify, the Page of Cups. Spirit, please clarify the Page of Cups in the reading for Aries for December 2017. What is this Page of Cups? Please clarify the Page of Cups in Aries, December 2017. All right, we have as the first card the Ace of Wands in the past position. That's interesting because it is in the past position here in the reading as well. So a double message on that one. That one definitely needed to come through. Followed by the 8 of Cups. And in the future position we have the Page of Cups. So to clarify the Page of Cups, we have the Page of Cups. So another double message in this reading. So definitely needed to hear those messages. Okay, so let's get into your reading here, Aries. So to start off with, we have the overall energy of the Page of Cups. Now, Cups energy, this is the Cup suit, has to do with water. So it's our emotions, our feelings, and how our emotions and feelings influence our lives and sort of influences as we move and navigate the waters of our lives. With the pages, you know, this is a court card, and let me just take a look at your reading to see what other court cards we have. Okay, so we have the Page and the Knight of Cups in your reading. We also have the King of Wands. Okay. So when we have the court cards appear, they can be actual people that we are dealing with during this time period. If so, the Page of Cups would typically be a younger water sign individual, male or female, not gender specific. So typically either Cancer or Pisces or Scorpio. Sometimes we think of them as being sort of a child, that younger feeling surrounding the card. Doesn't necessarily have to be, though. This could just be, a younger sort of teens or early 20s figure. And the pages are the ones who bring in messages. So if this isn't a person that you're dealing with, this could just be, a situation or an event happening during this time. And I kind of feel that it is more to do with that, right? With an event or a situation. And this would have to do with new beginnings, okay? The pages, yes, they bring in new messages, right? But it's also the newness of a relationship, right? Can be either romantic or spiritual, can be a friendship, but most of the time we associate it with, if it's a relationship, with it being a romantic relationship. So a new offering of love coming in, right? Or this beginning of a new relationship when you just start dating somebody and it's that new, everything is very new and fresh, right? Sometimes it can also indicate a new birth or news of a pregnancy or news of, somebody giving birth. And this, this is a young person. Yes, the person is quite immature, but still, they're very loving. It's a very loving, gentle, emotional type person, okay? And when I pulled the cards to clarify, the Ace of Wands, this, it falls in the past position here, just like it does in the spread, and this has to do with new beginnings. Aces they're yes cards, and they're also sort of the universe's way of saying, of offering you something new here. And typically the Ace of Wands has to do with, it can be work, right? This could be sort of a new work offer, a new job. But it's anything that, that comes in, and it's in the original, or in the Rider-Waite deck, we see the hand sort of extending out of the cloud, out, the divine hand, the universe sort of extending that new wonderful offer. And so this could be, since it's wands, this is to do with, fiery, passionate, creative energy, creative projects, work. So, this could be a new, maybe in the past there was a new creative project or a new job offer or some type of challenge that you were, you felt very excited about, really, wanted to get started with it very quickly. It's a very nice card to have as in the past position, but then interesting because what was in the middle position is the Eight of Cups, and this has to do with some type of walking away, right? Turning one's back on something, on a situation or a person or a relationship that no longer serves you anymore, in search of, right, seeking out something that will bring you greater personal discovery and happiness, and, seeking out that's going to make you happy. And then we have, as the outbound card or the last card, the Page of Cups. So, it's the exact same card, just from a different deck here. So again, this is just, it's this new offering, this new sort of spark, this new understanding, this new beautiful offering of either of love, this new relationship, or of something that brings you great emotional happiness here. So let's work through the reading, and then we'll see how all of this ties in. So at the center of the reading, move these out of the way one second. So we have the Five of Pentacles crossed by the Knight of Cups, and then I did pull the clarifiers on that. So beginning with the Five of Pentacles, the Pentacles suit, this is earth energy, so it has to do with the things that we can touch and feel, those tangible things here in the material realm. So it's the work that we do, it's the financial security that we have, it's the material possessions that we accrue. Can also have to do with our home, our education, the knowledge that we have. But the Five is a card that it indicates lack, right? There's a lack of something here, or possible failure or loss, or lack of material prosperity. But it's crossed by, so what is hindering or helping this, I feel like it's definitely a help, is the Knight of Cups. And this, the Knight of Cups comes immediately after the Page of Cups in the deck. And so, the new beautiful offering or newness that came in with the Page of Cups the Knight of Cups is really the one who, you know, who moves on that, who acts on it, right? The Knights, this could be a middle-aged water sign individual, male or female. If it is, then it would be, again, the suit of Pisces, Scorpio. I'm sorry, the sign of Pisces, Scorpio, or water. It doesn't necessarily have to be male, right? It could be female. You typically 30s to 40s. But again, I feel as though this is sort of more of a situation that something new is coming in during this period, right? And what is going to be helping whatever this feeling of lack here has been. And if this is in, you know, a relationship sense, this is feeling, you know, that there was something lacking, or there is something lacking in this relationship. And so the Knight of Cups comes in, and he is typically sort of the knight in shining armor, right? He is very he's very romantic. He kind of brings in a romantic invitation, brings in this beautiful, you know, offering of love. So this could be, you know, a marriage proposal. And with the Page of Cups here, this could be news of, you know, either a wedding or a marriage proposal, or the birth of a child. And we do have celebration in the crowning position. That's interesting. But whatever this is, I mean, it does come in to help move you out of and get you out of this feeling of lacking, right? And the cards that I pulled as clarifiers, you have the Queen of Cups, so more water energy here. She's a very caring individual. She's sort of that loving, if it's a mother, she's that very loving, nurturing mother who wants to take care of everybody else. If she is like a girlfriend or a wife, she's very caring, very, you know, loves taking care of everybody. She's very intuitive, a very warm person, right? So this is in the past. This could be an actual person, right, that you were dealing with. So this could have to do with an older female water sign here. Whatever this was, there was a tower in the middle. And the tower, a lot of people get kind of scared or you know, freaked out when the tower appears in a reading, but I don't see it as, you know, as 100% negative. You know, it's typically associated with an unexpected event that comes in kind of out of nowhere, like this lightning bolt, you know, hitting the tower, hitting this, you can see here, and causing, you know, flames to sort of explode out of this tower. But it's all about, you know, getting rid of these structures that no longer served you here, right? And moving towards something that is more emotionally fulfilling, right? That is more in line with you today. And we know that without, this always makes me think of the Death card, right? And without endings, we cannot have new beginnings. So something in your life, it needed this unexpected, powerful event needed to take place, right? In order to move you out of that energy of that situation. And then you have the Seven of Pentacles as the outbound card of the clarifiers. And the seven, this has to do with feeling good, because you know that you've achieved quite a lot and you've been working very hard and you're really starting to see results of that hard work. But it's also with the understanding that there is still a lot of work to be done. You know, there is still quite a bit of work to be done here. So it's you sort of planning, thinking what the next steps are, thinking where you kind of go from here. And it's interesting because I just noticed, I love it when I read cards, and I use them all the time, and now I just noticed something different on the card. Can you see how it might not show up that well because of the glare? But the pentacles on this card, they're sort of like, they look like either flowers or kind of fruit on this vine, or tomatoes. But in the middle of them, they have, you know, the pentacle, they have the star, which makes me think of, and it's five-sided, right? So it makes me think of the Five of Pentacles that we have here that we're actually clarifying. And as she takes them off, what she's picked from this, you know, all of these things growing, they're hearts. So she's collected these hearts here. She's managed to, you know, collect. So, you know, I do feel that this could very well have to do with with some type of relationship, romance with, it seems like there are new offerings coming in. And then we do have the new beginnings card here with the Fool. We also have the 10 of Cups, which is the happy home life, the happy family, it's sort of the ultimate happy home and family card. So I think that, whatever this was, you sort of made it through this, and this could have to do with the Queen of Cups. This could have to do with the King of Wands, so a fire sign male. Could have to do with, so either a water sign or a fire sign, I would say, looking at the cards here. But you see that you've achieved quite a lot, but there's still work to be done here to sort of get away from this feeling of lack. And I do feel like it's more internal. It's just this feeling of, but it's not really there, because what we see here at the foundation is the 8 of Swords. And this is a card of cerebral anguish, right? It's the woman, but it's all in her mind. You see that she's entrapped here. She has ravens flying all around her, and the ravens are the ones who are sort of holding her prisoner, and they have the ribbons tying her up, blindfolding her. There are the swords surrounding her. So she's feeling very trapped. But it is just a feeling, because she could easily just, wiggle out of the ribbon here and take the blindfold off. And she's, thin enough that she could make her way through the swords and get out of the situation. So it's more about her feeling trapped and feeling helpless and feeling as though she doesn't know, which way to turn or where to go or how to handle the situation. But it's just in her mind. I mean, she really does. She has everything she needs to get out of the situation. It's just more mental than anything else. And I see that here because in the past position, the 2 of Swords, this is a card that represents a stalemate, right? And you see that the woman here, she has the swords crossed in a very defensive position across her chest. It's usually a card where the person is blindfolded and, not seeing something for what it is and being unwilling to make a decision, to choose something, right? And there's an unwillingness in this. And it's just like there's an unwillingness to, to kind of get out of this, even though she could. This person could as well, could easily take the hood off of her head and uncross the swords and make a decision and pick which path she needs to go down. But there's an unwillingness to do that here, to see things for what they are, for what the truth is. But I feel as though there's news coming in here, and it's coming in quite quickly. And this news has something to do with wish fulfillment. That you see how she's blowing, letting these dandelions go up into the air. It makes me think of, particularly in this deck, the one that I'm using for the main reading, the Crystal Visions deck. On the wish card, the 9 of Cups card, the woman is blowing a dandelion and letting all of the fluff off of the dandelion float out into the universe, right? And putting her intentions out there. And so in this one, you see that the person is kind of like letting those intentions go, but you cannot kind of see if they're actually coming or going here, right? So there could be news going out, news coming in, could be an exchange of news. Usually with the 8 of Wands, we think of fast news, right? So text messages, emails. If this is, beginnings of a new relationship here, this could be the back and forth of texting each other. If this has to do with, career, this could be just exchanging emails and back and forth, setting up, interviews, things like that. But whatever it is, there's a truth that comes in. Okay, the Page of Swords, again, this is new energy. This is the page, the young energy, typically brings in messages, and it has something to do with clarity, something to do with truth, to kind of cutting through the fog of whatever that situation is. And you see here, even though this is the sword suit, you see how the stars up here, they almost look like the pentacles and we have the 5, just like the 5 of Pentacles in the middle of the reading. So it does make me, the message I'm getting off of these cards is that there is some truth, coming in very quickly. You've been unwilling to make a decision on something, but you will be receiving this truth, and it's going to get you out of, it's going to make you see things more clearly that will help get you out of that the Five of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords mentality. I did mention this card already in the past position, the Ace of Wands. Like I said, this could be, it's a sort of a divine, it's a yes card, a divine offering, typically to do with work, right? Or something that makes us very excited, something we feel very passionate about. Could play out in many different ways, right? Depending on what is going on in your own life right now. But it's just, possibly new creative ventures, new opportunities. It's a card of potential, right? There's great potential, and it's sort of the universe saying, okay, it's time to harness all of this creative energy and all this potential. Put your fears aside, right? Put your fears aside and move forward, right? In order to reach whatever this new dream is. And you have is a crowning energy, so the message coming from your higher self, and what you have crowning the reading here is the Three of Cups, and this is a card of celebration, right? This is emotional happiness. This is a card of getting together with other people, meeting up with other people. With it being the holiday month, this makes a lot of sense. This card has been coming out quite a lot, where it's gatherings, meeting up with friends, going to different parties, holiday parties. But the Three of Cups also can have to do with celebrations, right? Celebrating possibly a new job offer, celebrating the news of a pregnancy, celebrating the birth of a child, celebrating an engagement, could be a wedding, right? It's a celebration here. And what's coming up in the future is the Seven of Wands. Now, this card just tells me, yes, it's a difficult card because, you are facing other people here, but it's more of a mental, again, even though this is Wands energy and not Swords energy, which we typically associate with our thoughts, right? The Seven of Wands is about you defending yourself. And if there are differing points of view, if there are, if you kind of go up against other people, it's you defending yourself, but you're seated at a higher vantage point here. You will be successful. And I see that with the Six of Wands and your surrounding energy. You'll definitely be successful, and you're defending yourself. And this could just be, coming out of whatever this Eight of Swords and Five of Pentacles is. It's you really sort of stepping into this new opportunity, this new exciting endeavor, and, defending your point of view, really standing up for who you are, right? The person that you are. And you are here as the Fool. And the Fool is the first card of the Major Arcana. It's the Zero card, and it's new beginnings. The Fool is all about exciting new beginnings. And we see the beautiful butterflies flying around the woman, which represent, newness, like the transformation, new cycles. And the Fool steps off onto this new journey in a very fearless manner. You can see that she is here on the ledge of the cliff. She has, one foot hanging off, the other one is still on the ledge of the cliff, but she's kind of ready to step off with blind faith and just trusting in this unlimited potential and trusting in this new journey that she's starting off on. So it's kind of like taking a leap of faith and being cautious. And I mean, if we think about, any new situation, and if this has to do with, a new marriage or a new relationship, any new thing, you kind of have to start off on the relationship or embark upon whatever the new thing is, trusting in the fact that it will work out. And we never know if it will or not, but you have to at least have that hope and, that kind of enthusiasm and take a chance on it, trusting in the fact that, things will work out. And they will work out, because we see here we have the Six of Wands, and then, this is a card of victory. It's a card of having, a clear vision, creative vision, right? We have the lion representing strength here. So you have that inner strength to make it through, or to sort of go after whatever this new beginning is. And your hopes and fears, you have the King of Wands. Now again, this could be a person. If it is, this is typically an older male fire sign. So that would be either a Leo or an Aries like yourself, or a Sagittarius, or this just could be you taking on, I mean, you are a fire sign. This could be you taking on this energy. And I feel it's more that, and it's you, hoping to be this King of Wands. And the King of Wands is really a formidable character, right? He's somebody with great insight, great foresight, great courage. He's kind of a force to be reckoned with. When he sets his mind to something, there really isn't much or sort of anybody who can deter him, who can put him off. Okay, so he's very bold, very charismatic, a true leader, and he's very strong, but it's not that physical strength. It's the emotional strength, right? It's that inner strength and that inner trust. He trusts in himself. He trusts that he's going to achieve, with whatever the next great thing is. And we have, again, this progression. The person here, the man on this card, looks like a younger kind of figure with a sort of a younger looking lion. Here we have a very mature looking lion, looking very smug, very happy, right? Feeling very confident. We have an older king who's really mastered his suit. So you're hoping that, that you will be successful and have this, this drive and passion and the power to get to where you're going. And where you're going is this 10 of Cups, which is, like I said at the beginning, is the happy home life, right? It's just beautiful. It's a beautiful card. And we know that 10s are typically ends of cycles. But with the 10 of Cups, it's more about having reached, that sort of the pinnacle of the minor arcana. So having reached this, ultimate happiness, this ultimate sense of joy and peace and fulfillment and happiness and family. It's the kind of happily ever after card, right? And if we think of with the Cups, it's typically that relationship that began with the 2 of Cups, that soulmate connection with the 2 of Cups card. It progresses all the way up to the 10 of Cups. So when you see that, here there's the man and the woman and the baby, and they're looking very happy. So it's the progression of that. And it's a very beautiful card to have as the outbound energy for the month. So, wish fulfillment, new beginnings, definitely see new offerings here. I get the feeling that, this wasn't supposed to be a love reading, but I think it's more to do with love and celebration, possible news of pregnancies, of births, of engagements, of relationships, of marriages. Very nice last month of the year for you here, Aries. I like that. Okay, let's take a look at the 2 oracle cards that we have. So beginning with card number 36 from the Soulful Woman deck. And this card is called Feminine Law of Attraction. And it says, I love the creative adventure that is my life. I celebrate myself as a female creator. I follow the dreams and desires that feel right for me. I'm guided to make the right choices for me, regardless of what others may be doing. And that kind of goes along with the 7 of Wands, right? Standing up for what you think, for what you believe. I will take the next step, knowing that the answers and solutions will appear to me as I need them, at the right time, and as I'm ready to act on them. That really goes along with the Fool and the 6 of Wands here. Ties in nicely with that. I use the law of attraction to gently examine the results in my life, using those results to refine my beliefs, habits, and actions. I trust in the flow. Rather than following fearful thoughts, I feel gratitude for the opportunity to learn, grow, and evolve. I continue to focus on those things that bring me delight and make me eager for more. So that's beautiful. It's all about, I do think it ties in very nicely with this sort of the last portion of the reading, right, which will be more towards the end of the month of December. And the empathy card says, you don't truly understand others' motivations if you haven't lived their lives and seen the world through their eyes. It's so easy to judge another's behavior matched up against your own and label it as right or wrong. But you're missing an important part of the equation, the other person's history and personal path. We are all sparks of the divine. with a purpose here in the physical dimension, and we can all exert our free will. Some of us have lost our way along the path to love, and it is a human reaction to judge others before examining their journey through their eyes and with compassion. Your job is not to judge. Your job is to love and understand. So that's a very nice message. I think that, looks like it's going to be a great month for you, Aries. I'm wishing you a wonderful last month of the year. I'd encourage you again to take a look during the month of December. Take a look at my channel to see your 2018 overview that I'll be posting. And that's just focusing on the energies of each of the months of the upcoming year for you. Okay? And just know that I'm sending you much peace, love, and light. Bye, Aries.